Kristen Nienhuis, and today I will be explaining the entire check-in flight business process for KLM Airlines. As you can see here on the left, the trigger for this is that the customer either has a desire to travel or they need to reach a specific destination. From here, they have the option to buy the ticket online or at the airport with a customer service agent. If the customer decides to buy the ticket online, then they will continue to do so, and this is where online sales receives the booking information. After that, they will receive the payment, and that is forwarded to the accounting department where the payment is confirmed. Now, if a customer decides to buy the ticket at the airport instead, this is where they do and enter the exact same information. However, a customer service agent is helping you along the way. So as you can see, customer service enters the booking information, receives the payment, and again, the payment is confirmed. Now, whether the customer decides to book online or at the airport, the same information is being placed into the databases. This information includes first name, last name, passport number, date of birth, country of residence, destination, date of departure, and date of return. So as you can see here, there's two options. If the payment is not confirmed, then the customer has been considered unsuccessful in their endeavors. However, if they have the option to go back and try again. So when the payment is confirmed, you can see here that they have the option again to check in online or at the airport. If they do want to check in online, it goes back to the online sales department where they confirm the check-in. If the customer, however, decides to check in at the airport, the customer service agent will do the same and also check in the customer. From this point, the customer service agent will check to see whether their luggage is beneath the standard 32 kilograms. If it is, then they can continue on to the next step and place the luggage on the conveyor belts. If this is not the case, then the customer has the option to either pay for another bag, pay for extra weight, or leave something behind. If they do indeed decide to pay for extra weight or an extra bag, then again the payment is brought back down to accounting and it is confirmed. So from here, the luggage is placed on the conveyor belt by the customer service agent. Here again, more data is inputted, such as the number of bags, the name of the bags, the tracking code for the bags, the shipping address, for in case the baggage is misplaced or lost, then they know where to send it. After all this information is put into the system, the check-in is considered complete. And this is another step in the process because this is where the service agent quickly goes over all the information one more time to ensure that they've got everything correct. From here, the customer continues towards customs. The customs department is a security measure where they check to make sure that all of the documentation you need to travel is in order. So as you can see here, it says, is passport valid? This also has to do with whether you have the correct visas for where you would like to travel, and if you are allowed to travel to the destination that you've chosen. If the passport is not valid, you can see here that the result is deemed unsuccessful for that customer. So this could mean that it's a counterfeit passport or something like that. And in that case, either the customer is turned away or brought in for further investigation. If the passport is valid, however, then the customer continues to security, and this is where the security department prepares the customer for the security check. So this is where they inform them about what you are and what you aren't allowed to have in your carry-on luggage, and what you should remove or take out of your bag to show them. So you can see here there's another decision. Is the security check passed? If it is not, so if they find a threat or a potential threat, then either they'll turn away the customer or, again, it'll be deemed unsuccessful and they could be brought in for further investigation. If the security check is indeed passed, then we go on to the last department, which is the customer service department at the gate. And this is where the customer service agents at the gate check the boarding pass and the passport of the customer to see whether or not it is in fact the same person traveling as the same person who bought the ticket. Again, as you can see here, are the documentation, is it in order? If it is not, so for example, somebody comes in with a different name on their boarding pass, than their passport, that could be considered a threat or an issue, and they would also be brought in for further investigation. Or perhaps a customer has found their way to the wrong gate, and this is where the customer service desk will escort them to their proper gate, or at least inform them of where they should be. If the documents are in order, then the customer service agents at the gate will help the customers board the plane. And by this I mean they'll be giving them a process of checking, if you are an elderly individual or an individual with children, you can board first, then Sky Priority, after that economy, and it goes generally by lanes. So the first row to the 10th row can travel or board first, and then so on and so forth until the entire plane is filled. As you can see here, the customer has reached their final results, which is arriving at their destination, or better yet, they're sitting on the plane, and that is in fact the end of the business process.